So my dear students, welcome back to this session. In the previous session, we had seen how to draw influence line diagram for bending moment and shear force by direct method. Now in this session, what we will do is we will take simple applications of the influence line diagram, like how we can make use of the influence line diagram in finding forces or in finding reactions. So let me take one simple example. You can see here. We will go step by step. First of all, I will take this example. Say this is a beam which has 20 meter span. This is support A, this is support B. Now, there is a section C here at a distance say 8 meters. Now the question is, draw the influence line diagram for bending moment and shear force at C and find out bending moment and shear force at C due to a load of 30 kilonewton when it occupies section C. I repeat again, draw influence line diagram for bending moment and shear force at section C by direct method of course, and then when a 30 kilonewton load which is moving from A to B, say it occupies section C, at that position what is bending moment and shear force at C? Using influence line diagram you have to find out. So let's see how we can draw the influence line diagram for shear force. I have already shown it in the last session. So what is to be done? Take 20 meter here. Erect 1 kilonewton. Erect 1 kilonewton down here. Join this. It's very simple. So we should be doing it very quickly. Correct? Slope of this line is how much? 1 upon 20. Slope of this line is 1 upon 20, 1 upon 20. 20 is the span. Now section C is here. So cut here. Draw or darken these lines on the left side. So this is your influence line diagram for shear force at C. Now what is this ordinate? This ordinate slope of this line, that is 1 upon 20 into this distance. What is this distance? 12 meters. Why it is 12 meters? Because this is 8 meters which is given in the question. 8 meters. So 1 upon 20 into 12. What is this ordinate? What is slope of the line? Again 1 upon 20 into what is this distance? This is 8. So this is 8 upon 20. This is 12 upon 20. If you add both, 12 plus 8, 20 upon 20, that is 1 kilonewton. So this is influence line diagram for shear force at C. Correct? Now, there is 30 kilonewton. See, this influence line diagram is for unit load. That means when the unit load moves, this is how the influence line diagram for shear force at C looks. That means when the unit load is moved from A to B. And I have very clearly told each and every ordinate is shear force at C only. That means what is this? When the unit load occupies section C, this is influence line diagram for shear force at C. Clear? So this is how. Now where instead of unit load, 30 kilonewton load is occupying. So what we have to do? Keep 30 kilonewton at section C. So this ordinate is 12 upon 20 for 1 kilonewton. For 30 kilonewton, what would be the ordinate? That is ordinate into 30. So ordinate into 30. What is the ordinate? There are two ordinates here. One is 1 upon 20 into 8, that is negative ordinate, minus 1 upon 20 into 8 plus 12 upon 20 into 1 upon 20 into 8 is the ordinate, which is minus 12 upon 20 is the positive ordinate. So what is shear force at C? Shear force at C will have two values. One is positive, that is positive ordinate, that is 12 upon 20 into the actual load 30. So do the calculations, you can find out shear force at C. This is plus value. Another shear force at C is negative ordinate, how much? Minus 8 upon 20 into 30. So this is how you can find shear force at C when 30 kilonewton load occupies section C. I hope you have understood. There is no confusion. What you have to do? Simply keep the load below that ordinate, because it is mentioned in the question that when the load comes and occupies at section C. So what is shear force at C? Shear force at C is ordinate into load. Ordinate is how much? 12 upon 20 into load is 30. Here ordinate into load, but it is negative. That means When 30 kilonewton comes at C, there will be two values of shear force. One is positive 12 upon 20 into 30. Another is negative minus 8 upon 20 into 30. Close. Now let us see, my dear students, how to find bending moment at C due to 30 kilonewton occupying at C. For that we need to draw influence line diagram for bending moment at C. The procedure is draw a horizontal line of 20, that is span of the beam. What is the next step? This is 8 meters, so erect 8 meter here. This is section C. And erect how much here? Remaining total is 20. So this portion is 12. So erect 12 here. So join this first. Then join this. So this is section C. So darken this line. Darken this line. So this is influence line diagram for shear force at C. What is the slope of this line? 8 upon 20. What is slope of this line? 12 upon 20. Because 12 upon 20. Slope of this line is 8 by 20 because 8 upon 20. What is this ordinate? Slope of this line. This is this straight line. Slope of this line is 8 upon 20 into 12. Or if you take this line, slope of this line is 12 upon 20 into 8 because this is 8 meters and this is 12 meters. Right? So 8 upon 20 into 12 or 12 upon 20, this slope, into 8, 1 and 6. Now keep 30 kilonewton here, where 30 kilonewton comes and occupies here. So what is bending moment at C? Influence line ordinate, this ordinate, into load. What is influence line ordinate? We have found out 12 upon 20 into 8 is the influence line ordinate into what is the load? Load is equal to 30 kilonewton. So do the calculation, you are going to get bending moment at C. This is how we can find out bending moment at C. So my dear students, you have understood how to find out bending moment and shear force at section C due to a single load. Suppose, just imagine that there is a beam like what we had seen, say again 20, span is 20 meters. This is very important, you need to understand. Again there is a section C at a distance 8 meters from support A. That means this is 12 meters. Now instead of 1 kilonewton, there are two loads, say 30 kilonewton one load and 20 kilonewton another load. Two loads are there. They are moving. Just imagine these two loads are dynamic loads. They are moving. They are moving and the distance between them, say it is 1 meter. Just imagine that there is a constant distance between them that is maintained. That is, the distance between them is 1 meter. This load is called leading load because it is ahead. It is moving like this. You can see the journey is from left to right. So this is called leading load and this is called trailing load. Tractor and trailer, you have seen or you have heard about these words called tractor and trailer. So this is leading load, this is trailing load. Now just imagine that during the course of journey, say they occupy some position here. Say this is 30 kilonewton and say it is at a distance of 4 meters. Just imagine. At a distance of 4 to 30 and naturally 20 will come here because the distance between them is 1 meter. So it is 20 kilonewton here. So this is 30 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton. So 30 will be at a distance of 4 meters. Just imagine. Then 20 will be naturally at a distance of how much? 5 meters because the distance between them is 1 meter. So at this position, if you are asked to find bending moment and shear force at C, what is to be done is simply draw the influence line diagram for bending moment and shear force at C and keep the loads. For instance, say this is we have seen already, this is influence line diagram for bending moment at C. We have already seen how to draw, it already. Now keep these loads like this. This is section C. Keep the loads like this. This is how much? This is 30 kilonewton. This is 20 kilonewton. Okay, you have kept the loads. Now you know what is this ordinate. You can find out because you know the geometry of this figure. So you can find out this ordinate. So also you can find out this ordinate. From the slope of this line, you can find out this ordinate and this ordinate. So what is bending moment at C is equal to, due to 1 kilonewton it was influence line into load because there are two loads. So there are two loads means it is summation influence line ordinate into load. That means, so bending moment at C is equal to 30 is the load into this ordinate. I call this as H1 plus 20 into H2. H2 I call this as H2. You can find out H1 and H2 ordinate. This is how you can find out bending moment at C. That means the formula for bending moment at C due to series of concentrated load is given by summation influence line ordinate into load. So we will even this is true for influence line diagram for shear force also. You know how to draw the influence line diagram for shear force. Say this is influence line diagram for shear force at section C. Again, what you are going to do? You are going to keep these loads like this. Find the ordinates. Again, shear force at C, the formula will remain same, summation influence line ordinate into load. These are very interesting and very simple problems. That means when instead of one load, if there are several loads that are moving, then you have to make use of this formula to find out bending moment at C. Summation influence line ordinate into load. Shear force at C, summation influence line ordinate into load. How to find out influence line ordinate? To find influence line ordinate, what you need to do? You need to look at the figure, and geometry of the figure will tell you what is this ordinate H1, what is this ordinate H2. So here also the ordinates say H1 and H2, you can find out. So this is how we can make use of these influence line diagrams to find out bending moment and shear force at section C due to series of loads, not only one load. There can be, two loads, there can be 3, 4 loads. So like that we can do the problems. So when we meet in the next class, my dear students, or next session, we will take some more examples. So at this point of time, I will pause here. Thank you.